Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Angel. If you didn't know, now you know. Like, comment, and subscribe, of course. But so I'm starting this series on my channel. It's just story times of events that have happened to me, real life stories of me working in the hospital and just my experience. So if anyone looks like me or have dealt with this type of trauma or something like that, you know, you can just resonate with me. So anyway, I hope you guys like this story. Let's get into the video. All right, so this is a story, true story, guys. No fiction. I promise you. No fiction. So basically, I am a certified phlebotomist, nationally certified. So I was training as a phlebotomist in the ER of the hospital that, you know, anyway, we're not going to name names. So I was training as a phlebotomist, and this story basically was the kicking point of I realized I didn't want to be a phlebotomist. I mean, there was other events, but this was the main one. So, okay, boom. I am doing my rounds in the ER, and you know, I'm going around taking people's bloods. I was having a good day. My scrubs were cute because phlebotomists there, you can wear any type of scrubs. You don't have to have like a certain color. You can wear any type of print just as long as it's scrubs. So I was, I was with my trainer person and we were taking blood. So, okay, there was this guy. He happened to be black, African American, whatever. He was entered into the ER, and yes, he was a little irate. I feel like he was in shock. I don't remember what his situation was, but he was fighting the nurses, and yes, he was like over 6 foot, so of course the nurses were a little scared. Who wouldn't be if he's a man 6 foot and you know you're scared? Of course, because if this dude hauls off and punches you, like, you're not getting back up. So anyway, whenever anyone comes into the ER, you're supposed to take their blood. So we get to his room, but we see that he's like fighting the nurses and the doctors. So obviously we're not going to go in there right now, because how am I going to put a needle in his arm if he is squirming around? Okay, so they're trying to put restraints on him and trying to give him something to calm him down so they can get like the labs, you know, the EKG, whatever he needs, so they can help him. All right, so hold on, let me give you a little backstory. So anywhere where I have worked, it is predominantly Caucasian. So yeah, I'm usually the only black person, or if there is another black person, we don't work together, they're in a different department, but there's like, oh, I see you, you know, type thing. Like, okay. So anyway, we get to the room and we're just waiting there so they can put him restraints, give him something to calm him down. So as I'm in the room, I'm just talking to, you know, my co-worker at the time, whatever you want to call them, my trainer, I don't know how, you know. And we're talking, and the ER nurse, she's like the main head ER nurse. She walks up to me and I was like, hello, like, we'll get his blood as soon as, you know. And then she goes, oh, no, I wasn't going to ask you that. And I'm like, okay, so what's up? She goes, is that family? She asked me if this black man that I have never known, mind you, family can't just be all up in the ER like it's a doctor's office. You feel me? Family can't just be up in there. So, oh, mind you, I have on scrubs and a name badge, but yet she proceeds to ask me, is that your family? Is that my family? Susan, that's what we're gonna give her the name as. Susan, why do you think he's my family? Because
happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
because we didn't even look alike. Like, we don't look anything alike. Like, anyway, so while I'm just processing this in my mind for however minutes that it takes before I answer her, I'm talking to God at this point. I'm calling Jesus on the main line because I'm like, God, they're down here playing with your child. Send the matter of fact, God, save the cavalry, send lightning, thunder, a storm, something, and get Susan, because she down here trying me. She down here acting like her auntie Karen, because why would you ask me that? Mind you, everyone stopped in the ER, like the people that were working around, like, and they're kind of just like, some of them are looking like, is it your family? And then some of them are looking like, why would you ask her that? Why? But, you know, the other ones that come from the Caucasus Mountains, they didn't correct her or nothing. They just kind of, they were waiting for my response. And I was just like, I didn't want to create a scene because I was training. So I was just like, no, Susan, no, we're not. I work here. I'm training here. And she goes, oh, I just thought. And I'm like, you just thought what? You just thought, what did you think? What did you think, Susan? Because I want to know. So my trainer was like, you know what? Let's go. We can go collect blood from other people. There's other rooms that we can go to. So I was like, yeah, that's a good idea, because I want to leave. Like, at this point, I was ready to turn in my badge. But something in me was like, Angel, you're going to have to deal with this. You're gonna have to deal with this, like, you know, probably for the rest of your life. And that's a sad part, that I'm gonna have to deal with this. So anyway, we're collecting blood or whatever, and I'm still praying to God because I'm heated, and people see that I'm mad because, like, why are you gonna try to embarrass me like that? So while I'm talking to God in my head, and I'm just like, Jesus, hello, I know you hear me. And if y'all know, my friends know, and Jesus knows that when I get in my feelings, I'm a little extra. So I'm talking to God in my head. I'm like, Jesus, you better handle her, because I'm finna handle her. It's finna get real ghetto up in here. And I'm gonna lose my job, and my reputation is gonna be trash. So God, if you don't handle her, I'm gonna do it. I'm going to do it. So anyway, 10 minutes later, God answers the call. A man is entered into the ER by, you know, the EMTs, and he is crazy. So he had some fishing hooks, like, tucked under his, you know, private areas, just in case if he can get free, he'll swallow those. That's what he did. Okay, mind you, he swallowed a whole bottle of Zans, and then he swallowed some fishing hooks to make sure he did the job. So I guess he was having a worse day than me, as you can say. But yeah, he did that, and I was just like, wow, this guy is crazy. So of course, you know, the ER nurse, the same ER nurse, Susan, she is working him up, like, trying to get his charts together. And for some reason with this one, I guess because he also came from the Caucasus Mountains, like the rest of them, they were not on super high alert, but they were with, you know, the black guy. But, you know, that's how the world is. So anyway, they're not on super high alert. They're just like, okay, well, you know, calm down, sir, calm down. Like, when I'm talking about with the black guy, they were not in the room with him. They were outside, and they were like, get to Karen, like, we cannot. But with this guy, he is kicking and screaming, you know, cursing everyone out. They're in the room with him and just talking about, sir, you've got to calm down so we can treat you. And I'm just like, y'all not scared? Because I'm scared. Like, he swallowed a hook. We might as well call him Captain Hook. Captain Hook is kicking, screaming, cursing, like, and at this point, I started praying. I started pleading the blood of Jesus, because I'm like, Jesus, hello. And God's like, this is your answer. And I said, what you mean? Because they were stereotyping the black guy. They weren't stereotyping him. So as she's working him up, and I was like, God, this is a perfect opportunity. Honestly, I don't think he wanted me to do this, but I just, you know what? I'm working on myself. God knows me. This was the person I offered an opportunity for me to walk up to Susan as she's in the chart, and I go, And she goes, oh, hi. And I'm like, hey, is that your family? And so she kind of looks at me like, but then it dawned on her, that's what she asked me about 10-15 minutes ago. And so I did it to her. And then she was like, she literally made that noise. No. And I was like, oh, sorry. And then she walked away, like she kind of stormed off. And I was just like, payback. That I just was done, and that's when I got the call for to be a telemetry monitor tech. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take it, because I didn't really want to be around Susan, and she works in the ER, and would have had multiple interactions, and I know that it would have got real racist super fast. And I think like if she could take it there, she would have took it up here. And what she don't know, I can match those energies. But okay, so yeah, that is one of the stories or one of the events that has happened to me, guys. And the crazy fact is I have a lot more stories. And yeah, I hope you guys liked this little story. There will be more to come, and yeah, I had fun telling it. It was a short story, but it was a pivotal story in my life that changed the trajectory of my life, because if that would have never happened to me, amongst some other things, I would have never became a telemetry monitor tech, which would have not led me to different events in my life. But guys, the stories do get crazier, trust me. So if you like this story, stay tuned for the next one, because I got other ones. The moral of the story is that anyone of all skin tones can have problems, and you should never assume or judge anyone by the book of their cover. Oh, and all Black people are not family. That's it. All right, guys, remember to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with someone else. If you guys work in a hospital or think about working in a hospital, just comment down below and let me know what position that you're working in, because you know what, we got to stick together. My medical community. But all right, I'll see you guys later.